All right, James, who is responsible for starting up this amazing mustache trend again among BYU football players?
I don't know. I mean, it just kind of happened. I guess we just a bunch of guys started growing them, and I mean, it really just works. Probably Kenny. He's over here. He's over here smiling at me. Probably Kenny. But I mean, it's all you get here, and you gotta. This is the only time when you can have a nasty mustache is when you're at BYU. So, and
what does your wife think about this?
She's a good sport. She lets me have my fun. She's good that way, but I don't think she likes it all that
much. Okay, other than the mustaches, what's the best thing that BYU football has accomplished in essentially the first week of training camp?
Well, I mean, everybody's showing up every day with a lot of energy and wanting to get better. And, so far I feel like it's been one of the more, upbeat camps that I've been to in the last few years. And, we've had a lot of good camps. The vibe is good. Everybody is, excited to get better. They show up every day, like I'm saying, and ready to go. So I just feel like, our attitude is set and our minds are right, and we're working hard to be the best we can be. And so that's probably the best accomplishment so far. I mean, it's day 5 and everything's still getting put in, but the guys are ready to go. So that's always good.
So let's dive into that a little bit more. What is it that makes a camp feel upbeat? Is it an injection of music, of jokes, or is it just preparation in the off season? Guys ready to go? How does that work?
Yeah, I would say it's a lot of the prep we have in the off season and just everybody's, mentality toward camp and toward getting better. Cause camp is tough. You get a couple of practices strung together and your body starts to hurt a little bit. You're tired. You're trying to get, all the sleep you need. You got bumps and bruises, but so far guys are feeling good. They're taking care of themselves and they're, just trying to get better every day. I think the guys realize that every day we're out here is a chance to get a little bit better. And so, the focus is good and that's what we're happy about. So we're just going to try to, in these next few weeks, keep it up and keep doing it and keep everybody grinding and getting better.
BYU standout center James Empey with us on BYU Sports Nation, BYUSN All Access from BYU Training Camp. Okay, I've got my opinions on this next question, but I'm interested to hear what you think. What is the strength of the 2021 BYU football team?
I think that's yet to be determined. I think you could go across the list of all the units and all the position groups and look at how they're doing right now. Like the receivers they're doing good. I think they're taking steps every day to get better. The backs make us look really good. The backs and the quarterbacks, they make us look really good. So I think we're getting better every day. I think we've got a couple of quarterbacks that can do a great job. The defense is looking good. They're bringing the juice every practice. Our linebackers are nasty. The D-line's putting it together. The secondary, they're figuring things out. And so, I don't know what the strength is yet. You could go across the list and make an argument for everybody. And, 5 days in, I'm looking forward to see who else starts to shine a little bit and keep working.
Normally, when an offensive line loses an NFL draft pick in Brady Christensen and a couple of other NFL guys, Chandon Herring going to the Titans, Tristan Hodge now with the New York Jets, there's cause for concern. I don't get that impression from you or anybody on the offensive line or from Coach Funk. Why is that you lose so much talent, but you feel so confident?
Well, shout out to those guys doing great right now. We hope the best for them in their camps and hope that they're doing well. I just think, we have kind of guys to fill those spots, and we still have guys that have played in big games and guys that have experience. And I think, a lot of our guys have put together great off seasons and gotten better. And so just that, confidence in who we got in the room right now and our potential. I think that's where you get that positivity and we're not even close to where we need to be right now, but the guys are coming to work every day trying to get better and trying to get to where we need to be. So we're confident in the guys that we have and, wish those guys that are gone the best, man. They're doing good so far. So
How do you feel you have grown individually in your position at center the most this offseason?
This offseason, well, I went back and I looked at, the year and everything that happened and just kind of just made some lists and approached the offseason on getting some of those things better. And I went to work and have tried to improve a few things on my game and a few things, with my body and my strength and stuff like that. And so just working really hard and setting goals and trying to be better that way. So, there's and me and, countless guys on the team have also, just really gone to work on their craft and what they do and have been working hard. And so, there's a whole list of guys that are getting a whole lot better. So I feel like we've all had a good off season and, we're just excited to get things rolling again.
You're very humble, and you mentioned that the quarterbacks and the running backs are making you and the offensive line look good. They say the same thing about you. I love all of this, love fest that's going on. It's great. But I do want to talk about the quarterbacks because you have an interesting relationship with all three that are competing for that starting job. So I just want you to tell me the best thing that each of those three do, and we'll start with Jaron Hall.
Okay, the best thing that each of those guys do. Well, those are such loaded questions because I feel like they all do a lot of things really well. I mean, at any given time, any one of those guys can be back there and they won't miss a beat. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like it's the next guy's up and he's doing good, and the next guy's up and he's doing good. And to be honest, from the O-line standpoint, we don't really know, and especially where we kind of run the no huddle style, we don't really even know who's back there until they start talking, and then we're like, oh, they subbed, all right, like who's in, okay. but our job stays the same. We got to find a way to protect them and give them time, and we got to find a way to move people off the ball and get the lanes going for the running backs. And so I think all three of them have great leadership qualities. They're all bringing a lot to the table. And just excited to see them go. And I know you've been out to a few practices and you've seen them going, and they're playing well and they're having a good time. And time will tell as these next few weeks go by, and we're just excited about it. It's nice. It's a good problem to have when you have a couple guys who are playing at high levels. So
no question. And I know I've said on the show a number of times I wouldn't feel uncomfortable with any of those three starting against Arizona, because of the maturity that they have and the weapons they have around them. So like you said, that's a good problem to have. Now, as a team, when you're trying to figure out who the guy is going to be at quarterback to replace Zach Wilson, how do you and your teammates handle that emotionally, not really knowing who it's going to be right now?
I think we just come to work every day ready to get better. And I think, the feeling amongst the team is kind of how I've described here with just, our O-line perspective about it is any one of them can do, great things, and they're doing great things right now. And so we're confident in any one of them, and we don't know if there's, really going to be a drop from one to another. You know what I mean? So, and just wishing Zach the best. I hope he keeps doing well out there in New York, and wish him the best. And I think we got guys that can come in and pick up where he left off and do well. So I don't think there's any like stress on who's going to be the guy. I think everybody just knows that whoever it ends up being, it's going to be the right guy, and we're going to get things rolling.
Okay, a few quick hitters before we let you go. Who's the toughest guy on the defense that really gives you a challenge every day in practice?
Toughest guy, Nisa Mahe? Yeah, he's tough, man. He lines up in the middle and he eats up double teams all day, and he smiles while he's doing it. He's one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet, and it's fun to compete with him and love having him on our team, man.
Yeah, understandably. Okay, you were very quick with that answer, so that is a nice compliment for Nisa. And I almost offered up a really bad joke when I heard his name, but I'm going to refrain from that, okay? As far as getting ready for Arizona, how much are you focusing on the opponent at this point of camp, if at all?
We're not too focused on that right now. We're more focused on us. I feel like we got to cover all of our bases first before we start jumping to, game prep and stuff like that. I know once that week rolls around, we'll be, they'll be on the list. That's all we're going to be focused on. But as for right now, we're just focused on ourselves and getting ourselves better. Still installing, different parts of the offense. I know the defense is still installing different things. And so just focus on us and trying to get our basics down, trying to get our rules down, and we'll focus on them as more time comes along. But, man, we're so excited for our season, for our schedule, for that first game. So excited and just glad that we can be out here for camp.
Now, you brought it up. We, as members of the media, have seen limited portions of practice, and in those portions, it looks like the offense is really humming. So in your somewhat biased opinion, through the first week, which side of the ball is winning camp?
I don't know if I can give a straight answer there, because we make a lot of good plays and the defense will just come back and make a whole bunch of plays. So there's definitely a back and forth. I think both sides are grinding, working. Our defense, they give us fits sometimes, and they do a lot of really good things, and there's a lot of good players over on that side of the ball. But the defense is always the bad guys. The offense is the good guys, and everybody knows that. So so the good guys always win is what they say, I guess. So, but just the defense, they come out every day ready to go. So I admire those guys and love competing with them, and I think they're doing great.
All right. If you're a good guy and you're a superhero, who are you on who's your superhero?
Oh, that's a tough question. You need to ask that question to Tree.
Okay, that's right. I know he's the Marvel guy.
He's the superhero guy. Yeah. I love his love for the superheroes, man. That's awesome.
Hey, James, we appreciate the time. Let's give you some BYU Sports Nation karma to perform well and stay healthy for the rest of camp. We'll talk again soon, man.
Thanks. Appreciate it, Spencer.
You got it. See ya.